done a video. Well, we haven't done a video in a minute because we used to do our videos on the way home on our lunch break, and the drive was like 20, 25 minutes. Now we live like just a few minutes from work.
Now the drive is just 3 minutes.
Yeah, right. And on top of that, we've been busy getting stuff ready
For moving and
for
all
moving here. Then, we still have boxes around and stuff, so we've been really busy trying to prepare for that. Then my sons will be here
that.
tomorrow, so we're trying to get enough prepared for them to be here as well, get their room set up. So this will be a little short video of our initial move in. I planned on recording us, the whole follow through of us moving and all that stuff. But then when you start moving and I started getting tired, I'm like, I'm not doing that. Screw that. I don't feel like doing that. It's just too tiring. I had a few friends that they were amazed how quickly we moved. And as much as we had to move, and he said, you know what, you need to write a book on how to smoothly move. He said, I've never seen anybody move that quick and that fast. Number one, it's who you know and how good are your friends. Number two, what helped us move smoothly is, number one, everybody hates moving. Everybody hates moving. So what we ended up doing is weeks before we moved, we already started packing stuff.
2 weeks before, yeah.
Right. We started putting stuff in storage in advance. We were clearing out rooms before it was even time, weeks before we moved. We were already going by room. We also made sure, and I'm sure a lot of other people do this too, so it's nothing new, but we ended up, we had a garage, so that was our staging area. So we would stage per room what we need to get out of there. And everything that we need to get to storage, we put on the other side of the garage. So Cedric and I, every day, we're making trips to the storage and clearing out that storage side while loading the side per room. We also did that with the rental truck, with the moving truck. We started with each room, we would load by per room. So that way when we got here, I would just say, okay, this whole section here, it goes into the boys' room. This section here goes into Gia's room. This section goes into our room. This goes to the living room. This goes in the kitchen. And it wasn't like they had to drop stuff off in the living room and then to the boys' room. Everything that needed to in its area was in the rental truck, the moving truck, per each room. So, and even the guys were amazed. They were like,
Then okay, this is going in this room.
right. And she marked all the boxes, of course, which is everybody does that. And even the guys were amazed. They were like, man, this was pretty quick. Because when they got there, they were surprised at how empty the house already was. So, we had already gotten most of the boxes out. We had bigger stuff we had to get rid of, and we had to, get rid of some other stuff for storage. But for the most part, it was pretty smooth. We were still tired, though. Moving really tires you out, So now that we've actually moved, and I know she hasn't talked much because she's tearing up that ice cream.
I'm sorry.
So what do you think about the neighborhood first thing?
It's a nice neighborhood. It's very quiet. It's more relaxing than the other one. The other one was quiet, but this neighborhood seems like more friendly, more relaxing though.
And I agree with that.
More
the neighborhood we lived in before, I think we moved there because, remember, the neighborhood prior to that was super ghetto. Then we were like, we were always paranoid of moving into a nice neighborhood because of bills and all that stuff. But then when we thought about it, we were like, but we make enough money. And as hard as we work, why not move to where we can afford? So we moved to a nice neighborhood. And at first you were like, oh, this is great. Only problem is a lot of people don't talk to each other in those neighborhoods. The houses are bigger there and all that stuff. But I didn't know most of my neighbors. I'd see the most I talked to my neighbors was because we were moving. Yeah, because we were moving. We had some people that worked with us. One guy a few houses down worked with us. And the only time you really talked to anybody was Halloween. That's the only time I actually liked the neighborhood because people really did.
Everybody was out, more interactive. Besides that, they were not interactive at all.
Yeah, I didn't know my neighbors. But in this neighborhood, number one, we moved here because other bus drivers live in this neighborhood. And even while we were moving, one bus driver pulled over and it was like, oh hey, we'll be down. And like I said, other bus drivers over, and our daughter's daycare, the lady who runs the daycare lives over here as well. So we got the okay from all of them that the neighborhood was a nice, quiet neighborhood. The houses,
It's cheaper. It's nice area.
right? Yeah, I'm amazed for the price.
Mhm.
That it's cheaper, and but I don't have see a problem. I think mostly maybe it might be a racial demographic.
Mhm.
But actually, because I thought the area was more black, but it's not.
It's
It's
more
actually,
white.
didn't she say 80%?
80% is white. Yeah.
The lady who runs our daughter's daycare is white, and we told her that maybe some people are like, oh, you're moving into a bad neighborhood because it's a black neighborhood, and she goes, they don't even live over here. She said, here, let me Google this for you. Look, she showed the demographics of this neighborhood. It is 80% white, and not that matters, but
It's not like the west side where we have lived. The houses are small, but there's no prostitution going on. There's no drugs involved here.
or heroin and all
Or,
that.
or murdering each other.
Right.
Haven't heard anything yet.
Yeah, we used to live on the east. I'm not the east, but the west side of Columbus. And it's funny. I still live the west side of Columbus. Maybe because I've been over there for so long. Just certain areas you have to really be careful of. But we lived on the hilltop. But all of the problems that were, if you're not familiar with the area in Central Ohio, the bottoms, if you Google that, is
The worst.
yeah, bad for heroin, prostitution, all that stuff going on. And all of that just kind of trickled upward into the hilltop, which is not far from that. So we lived in the hilltop, and yeah, it was crazy. We had some good memories in that duplex, but it was pretty crazy. We lived right by an alley too, so there was prostitution deals going on, drug deals going on, all kind of crazy stuff. So it was time for us to move, or people trying to break in our house, because we had a side door. We lived in a duplex. On the side door, people were always trying to kick that door in. You could be sleeping, you hear somebody mess with the door. I'm a light sleeper, so I would go down and check it, like, yeah, somebody tried to break in. So it got old. So we moved further out, and
Into nice.
it wasn't bad. It wasn't
Persian
bad.
neighborhood.
But we didn't realize until we moved here exactly what we're looking for in a house. And once we moved in here, we're like, okay, we want a ranch-style house similar to this.
A small house. We don't need a big house.
Right. We realized that only once we moved here. And it's funny how that works. You realize you don't need, not everyone. Some people like that. I grew up in big houses.
I grew up in big house too, but
Right.
no, small house is more cozier.
Right. We really enjoy it. And I enjoy the neighborhood. Excuse me. I've had other bus drivers who drove by and said, hey. So it does, to me, have more of a sense of community. Then they had the parade.
Yeah, the schools get together. The high school, the middle school, the community center, they all get together once a year. The parade, people are all together in the community,
Right.
neighborhood.
Throw
Everybody's
throw candy out to the kids
out.
and all
Yeah,
that
they
stuff.
give candies to the kid. And
So yeah, we liked it. There's also a playground across the street. Gia, of course, is totally happy over that. She's like, oh, Daddy. So every day she's always asking us, like, well, honey, we can go over there when we have the time. The weekend is perfect for that. Or right now we've been so busy with our moving, we can't go over there in the evenings right now. But we're going to make a point to go over there this weekend.
And right now, she's actually more excited to be in this house instead of the last house we were in. And it
Yeah.
was bigger.
Yeah,
And
because she
she's like, are we
said,
going to the new house?
Yeah.
I love my new house.
yeah, she said this is the bestest house ever, remember? And then she gave me a hug. And some of our friends also actually prefer this house over our bigger house, the house we lived in.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what made us say, okay, our final house, because we're not moving again after we buy this next house. We're not going to move again. So it's going to be cozy, one level, ranch style. Only difference is we want a basement in the ranch,
Yeah, looking for
So-
basement if possible.
So we have like a 2-year plan for that, and we're just going to take our time. We don't want to rush it. We don't want to feel pressure over any of that kind of stuff, We've already done this before, so I'm not, we're not going to stress over it. So it is just really, I don't know, relaxing. I sleep good here. We have a front porch here, which is nice. It's a big front porch, and it's just cozy out there. It's just quiet. Sit on the swing. I didn't realize how much I'm glad we don't we have all these trees out here, but they're more spread out. At our other house we just moved from, there was a bunch of trees in the backyard. We had a pool back there, and was always a problem trying to get the water warm, more temperate. Here, we're not going to have that problem. And we actually have more yard here, you know, on both sides. So, you know, we want to get a trampoline to put out in the yard and have more stuff for the kids out there. And it's just, I don't know. Besides being tired and sore, this place has just been great. It's just been quiet and more cozy for us. So, just want to give an update on us moving.
Yeah, besides Stormy.
We love the new house.
Our kitties love it too.
Yeah. And everything just, I don't know. It was just like one of our friends, Ephraim, he came in and he said, I love this place. I want to get rid of my house. Your other house is too big. This is just, he said, I can see what you guys are going to do with this place because I know how you guys like to, you know. We didn't really have time to do anything to the other house. We were too busy.
It was too big on top of it, and
Yeah.
you're like, okay, we gotta do this to this,
Right.
this to this, like, oh, too
Right.
much stuff.
And the funny thing is that I love watching the Little House episodes on YouTube. I never thought I'd move into a smaller house. This isn't a little house like you see on the YouTube channels, but I got a lot of good ideas that I watched in this. So we're going to really do some things in here with the shelves on the walls, a lot of decorating in here, and you know what's nice? This place is so easy to air condition, and will be so easy to heat. Versus
small.
our house, our old house, $1,000 wasn't it for air conditioning, right? Didn't you say it was like almost $1,000 or something like that? 800, 900 bucks for the AC bill one month.
No.
All they say it was like
200.
Oh, 200. Okay.
1,000 is too much.
Oh, they said 1,000.
You are living in a mansion or a palace, dude.
I thought you said it was 1,000. I'm like, where the hell you get 1,000?
Like
You know.
200. It's
Okay.
like, oh, it's too much. It's,
Well, still, it was pretty expensive and it was central air.
oh, I'm sorry.
It was central air at the old house and central air here, but it's so different on how quickly the place gets cooled. Like even right now, that's comfortable. You know, not
Yesterday we had
like,
the toaster
ooh.
oven on for like 15 minutes and it heated up the whole house.
Yeah, I was like, man, why is it so hot in here? Yeah, so like I said, our bills are definitely going to be cut in half, which is going to help us to prepare for our final house. We have to go get Gia now. Everything is in range. We are close to downtown. We are close to our work. We are close to our daughter's daycare.
Close to the kids.
We are
still.
close to we're still close to my children or our children. We are close to everything that we enjoy doing, shopping, going out to eat. Everything is still close by, and we are in a central location, which is why we're going to end up buying a house around here as well,
Around here.
because it's just perfect on location. So on the net, we're going to shut up. Everyone have a good evening. Peace. Middle East, 95,000.
G.